Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over one of my favorite prospects for the 2023 NFL Draft class, Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's get right into this video. So, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama, is 5'9", 199 pounds, 21 years old. Just turned 21, actually, and he's a junior from Alabama. He actually transferred last year from Georgia Tech, where he played his first two seasons. In his 2022 season, he played in 12 games, had 151 rushing attempts with 926 yards at 6.1 yards per carry and 7 rushing touchdowns. And then receiving, he was deadly in the receiving game, getting 44 receptions, 444 receiving yards, 10.1 yards per carry or yards per catch, and 3 touchdowns. All right, so Gibbs' strengths and weaknesses goes as follows. His strengths: he's an explosive running back. He accelerates very quickly. I'll end up showing that in the film part of the video as well. He has quick cuts, which defenders don't really recover from. They need to have really good angles to tackle Jahmyr Gibbs because he's extremely elusive. He's extremely effective in the pass game. I think he's the best pass catching running back in this class, in my opinion. He's a good route runner for a running back as well. He has 4.4 game speed. He ran a 4.4 in the combine. He plays like a 4.4, a 4.3 guy in games, running away from a lot of defenders. He's really efficient on zone runs and outside runs. He'll cut the corner or cut inside on, zone runs. He's a versatile running back. He could play in many schemes. He could play in the slot. He could play as a double running back in a 22 or a 21 personnel. He has a lot. He's a versatile running back. You can put him in a lot of places. And as for scheme-wise, he's not really limited unless it's like a Titan scheme where they have a bell cow running back. He has good vision to hit holes. He squeezes through them because of the size. So when there are two linemen like this, a bigger running back isn't able to get through. But if there are two linemen like this, he's just able to squeeze through. And then he's got fresh legs. He didn't have a whole lot of workload at Alabama, only 151 catches, technically 200 touches, and then at Georgia Tech, he also didn't have a huge workload. But then his weaknesses are he's not a 3-down or bell cow back. He's 5'9", 199 pounds. He doesn't offer much as a pass blocker. He just doesn't offer that much as it. He's just mainly for pass game and then rushing game. It also doesn't offer much as a run blocker. You're not going to put him in on run blocking situations. Anyways, he's a smaller running back at 5'9", 199 pounds. We just don't see a lot of super small running backs like him thrive as much as they used to, maybe in like the 80s and the 90s with guys like Barry Sanders. But I think he'll be okay because he's a he pays a pass catching back, really. And then he can't really get those tough yards that a power back would. If he gets stopped, that's kind of the end of the play. He's not going to get Derrick Henry where he's going to get an extra 3 or 4 yards. All right, so Jahmyr Gibbs has elite acceleration. On this play, he reaches 22.3 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds, which is elite, as he goes all the way for an 82-yard touchdown on this play versus Arkansas. And also this play shows off the vision. Where is he going to go? Can't necessarily cut to the outside, but he's got this free hole that he sees open up, and then he's off to the races. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs on a little flat route here, calls for the ball, ends up juking out this defender too with a little outside juke, cuts inside for one more, breaks a tackle, and then manages to run in for the touchdown. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs on an inside zone run. He's going to be running to this side of the field, and you see all these guys are punching out in a zone run, and, for this play, some running backs might not be able to hit the hole, but he ends up hitting the hole pretty easily and goes a long way for, I think this is a 70-yard touchdown. This was another play against Arkansas. The play before also scored an 82-yard touchdown. This one was 70 yards. This was a nice play design by Alabama. So what's going to happen is Jahmyr Gibbs is running an outside zone or outside run to over here, and all these offensive tackles are going to push and the linemen are all going to push to where it looks like it's going to be a counter this way. But Jahmyr Gibbs ends up running an outside run and scores a touchdown pretty easily on the goal line. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs on another inside run here. Going to show off the dead leg to the offensive lineman, who did get held a little bit, or blocked in the back, sorry. Did get blocked in the back there, but still able to juke out that one defender and get an easy touchdown. Here's a play where I didn't think Jahmyr Gibbs was going to score a touchdown, but he ended up doing so. Kind of a stacked box, and it looks like this defender is going to be able to seal off this hole. But I don't know where he's going. He goes the wrong way. Safety can't take the right angle. Jahmyr Gibbs able to score a touchdown. All right, here's a little route running nuance here from Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to end up running a wheel route here. And so he sees Bryce Young, he's kind of lost in the play. He's waiting for everybody to get open. And Jahmyr Gibbs is screaming, hollering for the ball. Bryce Young ends up throwing it. And what a grab on the outside, or on the sideline here. And you can see Jahmyr Gibbs has a track back for the ball, 2 feet in bounds. I don't know if it got reviewed and it was canceled, but they called it a catch. So here's a great play by Jahmyr Gibbs showing all facets of the game. So first, Bill O'Brien loves to run Texas routes, but Jahmyr Gibbs, quick off the break, jukes this one defender, jukes the second one, breaks the third tackle, is shoestringed but comes out of that one, and then breaks another tackle and has to be dragged down by so many other players just to bring him down. That elusiveness shows off in the play. The route running as well. He's got a great, he had a great route break here to get away from this defender. And then even, this is a hard tackle to break too, where he's got shoestring defenders of all body weights coming down, but is still able to get out of that and it has to, get wrangled down. Here's a great Texas route in man coverage. This guy, this defender has Jahmyr Gibbs. Doesn't matter. He'll still outbreak the route, and he'll go for a good ton as well. So my player comp for Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be Alvin Kamara. Gibbs kind of looks like a carbon copy, but smaller of Kamara by the way they run routes, by the way they hit holes, by their short game, by their route running. They look very similar. They have similar play styles. Both great pass catching running backs. They both had a low workload out of college. And especially they're really good route runners for running backs. And they both have great short burst and acceleration. Gibbs had a 1.52 10-yard split compared to Kamara's 1.54. However, they do have differences. Gibbs is smaller. There's around a 15-pound difference. Kamara is a 3-down back. He has blocking ability, meanwhile Gibbs does not. But Gibbs also offers far more athleticism and deep field speed at 4.4 compared to a 4.56. So my grade for Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a 6.35, which is an early second-round grade. I don't have him as a late first-round grade or anything above that because he doesn't offer 3-down upside like a guy like Bijan Robinson does. Just is not a good pass blocker. But for my potential, I have him as a good NFL running back, but an elite receiving back. I see that's where most of his upside is going to come from at the NFL level. And then the teams to draft is going to have the Bengals, going to have the Eagles, going to have the Dolphins, and then the Chargers. But let me know your thoughts about Jahmyr Gibbs. Let me know some other players I should highlight in my videos. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.